Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Search. I'm Elliot Manning, Managing Director of Kayman Recruitment. I'm joined today by Josh Carey, who is a Managing Consultant of Source Tech. Josh and I know each other, we've done so for a couple of years now. We've come to our golf days as well, Kayman. How'd you get on? I don't remember how you did.
Well, me and Nick Long won it.
You did, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, we did actually. Okay, fine. We did. Maybe a bit of fault on my part. Probably should have been a bit more honest about the handicap, but we'll save that for another day.
Yeah, we've had a few of those which we're trying to manage, when we do them again. But Josh, if you'll introduce yourself, mate.
Yeah. So as Elliot Bright said, we've known each other for a couple of years. I'm Josh Carey, work for Source Technology. I currently head up all of the UK and Germany permanent division as a managing consultant with a small team looking to grow rapidly, and we work across the tech market. And yeah, that's us.
So you've been a recruiter, what, 4 years now? 5 years?
Yeah, just over 5 years now.
Still in love with it?
Always. Best job in the world.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It can be on some days. Today it is anyway. But what about like your journey, mate? Like, tell me about kind of your startup from 2015, 16 to where you are now. Like, how's it been for you?
Yeah, so I probably had one of the best starts that I suppose that you could have in recruitment, whereby I started with a business that had some very old school ways in terms of, there's a phone and a desk and a spreadsheet, not even a database. Fill that up with candidates and clients and go to market, win business and place candidates. Yeah. So it was a very sort of brutal way of learning recruitment. But it taught me how to headhunt and be persistent and tenacious in a really, really positive way. And I was lucky enough to work alongside some exceptional consultants there that taught me a lot of the right things to do. And from there, I came into London because I was working for a business, NDK, down in Kent before. Yeah. And really to sort of define a niche, if you like. Beforehand, I worked kind of all of tech and cyber. But I wanted to really sort of, define myself as a consultant and find out where my market would be and where I'd be best suited.
Did you always want to stay in the tech market? Was you always was that your sort of main focus at the beginning? Like, did you ever think I don't like tech?
Yeah, no, I think for me, it was where I saw the most growth. That we're surrounded by technology every day, and we probably wouldn't survive without it anymore, unfortunately. And from a first, few weeks in tech recruitment, I saw the demand, and I saw that, the world's your oyster, and the more you put in, the more you get out. So it's up to you how much money you want to make. It's up to you, how successful you want to be. If you stay longer and you work harder and you work smarter than everyone else, then you'll make more money and you'll be more successful. And that is tech recruitment in a nutshell, I think. I
agree with you, mate. I agree with you. When did you decide upon, sort of throughout your career that I'm going to get into management, that's what I want to do? Or, I've said to a few other people in the podcast, why did you not go down the principal route where you can just make more money and not have to worry about responsibility?
I think for me, when I went to East Energy, I joined the delivery team, and there was about 8 of us in the delivery team, and someone came on to work alongside me doing the DevOps market, and I sort of took her under my wing, and I got so much more enjoyment of seeing her succeed than I did myself. And seeing her ring the bell for the first time for her first deal was better than me ringing the bell for the first time in the business. That was a better feeling for me. And I'm a people person. I'm not a lover of spreadsheets and sitting there and filling up projects full of people, which is all things you have to do as a consultant and as a principal consultant. My enjoyment is more working with people and helping them get the best out of their ability. Yeah. So that's my personal. Not everyone's cup of tea.
How did you learn that though, mate? Like, who taught you that? Did you read books? Did you just have a mentor?
Yeah, so I've always sort of read a lot of salesy books, and there's a couple sort of like predatory thinking, yes dad, no dad, all of that kind of stuff, which are all the kind of the ones that everyone's read if you're in the sort of sales industry. But for me, I think it was more just like a natural thing. I've been a football player, golf player all my life. I've always been really, really sporty, and for in football, I've always been like a captain of the team. Yeah. Playing in sort of centre attacking mid or centre mid. And that kind of comes with that duty to really spur everyone on and be that motivator. And I've been like that sort of since a young age. And I think that kind of attitude it does translate into your working environment when you do work in a sales culture. And I think it was just something that came more naturally to me. But also, I worked alongside some incredible managers that enjoyed it just as much as I did. So I was lucky enough to work alongside people that had the same love for managing people as what I did. Because I know there's plenty of managers out there that do the job, but not for the love of it. They do it because, they've kind of been put there in that position.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like that, I guess, in the market, and they've kind of been thrown into the deep end of being that manager when technically then, they're not, for whatever reason, and they're just stuck in that role now. And that's unfortunately the trouble they're going to put themselves into within their businesses as well. So have you had any regrets, any challenges, anything that sort of occurred in the past that you're happy to share? Like anything stand out?
I think my regrets in my recruitment career was not defining a market sooner. I worked multiple different roles with multiple different clients in multiple different locations, and I only saw my success when I really targeted the specific niche market in a specific location. Had I done that sooner, I probably would have been a bit further down the line. And I think other than that, it's maybe staying within a certain team or within a certain business for too long when you know that it's not right. Sticking by people through loyalty is a thing that's natural to a lot of people that have a good heart. I like to think that I have a good heart, but sometimes you do really have to think about number one, and you do need to be thinking about the right opportunity for yourself sometimes. So I suppose it's a good and a bad thing. I wouldn't call it too much of a regret. But at the same time, maybe I could have jumped ship sooner in the past.
No, fine, mate. You know what? That just really hits the nail on the head, and a lot of people. And I'm going to use that on one of these little captions that I'm going to throw out there. But the way you've explained it like this, and trust me, I see it because I'm rep to rep, but there's a lot of people out there that are stuck within their businesses due to loyalty, when at the end of the day, they're probably in the wrong company, the wrong culture, they're there for the wrong reasons, right? And they're just stuck. Just get out and just get your career going and worry about yourself,
It's not even just recruitment as well. I worked as a client liaison officer for a solicitors, where I was bringing on new estate agents to refer our business to their clients. And I was there for 3 years. I should have left after a year, but I loved the manager that I worked with. We got on really, really well. We're still mates and we still talk to this day. And funny enough, we went to a little sort of drum and bass event just back in January, sort of February before we went into lockdown, which was a good laugh, especially as he's in his 40s now. So that was a good laugh to see that.
Yeah, I bet.
I could have been in recruitment years ago. I think I probably joined recruitment later than most people do. I was sort of mid-20s as opposed to my early 20s, which most people get into. You've got to sometimes you got to think for yourself sometimes and go for it.
So on to the next bit, mate. How have you been getting on through COVID and lockdown? With your team and your responsibility. How have you managed to? Have you changed anything about what you do?
Do you know what? I think what we've done is we've look, nobody was prepared for what happened. Not one person, and every individual within our business had to deal with their portfolio of their clients and candidates in an individual way. But what we didn't do is change what we do, change how we are as a business, and change the way that we operate. We operate in the exact same way. We're an organisation that really pillar sort of best practices and methodologies, and the way that we work with our clients is what we consider the newer way of working. We're not pushy, cowboy kind of salesman and trying to just make the deal happen for the sake of it. We provide a premium service, and with precision, and we're also always trying to sort of strive to improve their processes as well as ours. So we never wanted to come away from doing what we do best, and that's providing a quality sort of consultancy to our clients and candidates. So we stuck at what we was doing best, stayed with the picture, if you like, and we, some of my colleagues were unlucky. There was people that lost 20 people off their contract book, and were losing £2,000-4,000 a week. Books were just dropping. Some of us were more lucky, and we had global accounts that were still churning away, and were able to onboard people remotely and so on. But it was a bit of a mix. And my team, we're lucky enough, we've pulled through very, very well. We've hired more people, and we're continuing to hire more into the team now, and the profits are going up, so it's all positive on my side.
Amazing, mate. Fine. So where are you at now with your team? What's your plan, and you know, what's the, I mean, I guess everyone wants to try and just get through the rest of this year at the minute and get it out of the way, but.
No, I mean, a lot of people are trying to get through the year, as it were.
Yeah.
Not us. We're pushing, we're striving to become bigger and better. We're still hiring lots of people. Our numbers, our profits, they're all going up, and we're continuing to move in the right direction. My team specifically is doing very, very well. We've got our portfolio of clients are growing. We're bringing on new business. We're bringing on, we're building out in new areas of Germany, and specifically at the moment, and we're looking to target, and we're looking to bring people on to help us do that. So for us, we're still in growth mode. There's no issue our side. We're still very much on the right road.
What gives you this drive, mate? Like, you've got a lot of energy about you and a lot of like passion to succeed, and like that. I'm not saying it's rare, but it's good to see. So anyone that's sort of listening in and wants to kind of join your team potentially, like, what's giving you that?
Do you know what? I've just been brought up with, failure's no option. It's just not an option. Success is the only option. And look, Source Technology, SGI, Source Group International. That's us. Every person there. That's what we live and breathe and breathe. Like just pure energy, motivation, just cold-hearted recruiters that are out there to go and, in a positive way, of course, they're out there to just go and smash the market and show the market really what we're all about and how this is supposed to be done, but in a very professional and consultative way. All of our clients, the testimonials we get from them, they're all up on our website. We've all got our own referencing doc for everyone, and we really take pride in the quality of work that we do. But to sort of like, I'm not the, I don't stand out as someone that's really motivated within the business. Yes, I am a motivator as a manager. However, you'll see this at sort of, junior mid-level and all the way up to our owners. You jump on our Zoom calls at the moment because we're all working from home still. You jump on our Zoom calls on an end of week wrap up, and it's just energy everywhere, bouncing off of each other, and it creates a really collaborative environment. There's lots of cross-selling going on. It's great. So I don't stand out. Not a Source.
No, well, look, mate, it's good to see. Trust me, really, really refreshing, mate. What about like anyone listening on this, right? And they're in recruitment, they've been in it for a year, and you've already sort of progressed to that management consultant level, and you've got a team, and you're progressing, and you want to succeed. Like, what would you say to them that there is light at the end of the tunnel? How would you pitch it to them?
Yeah, I'd just say, look, at the end of the day, you're the maker of your own destiny. And I know it sounds cliche and it's very recruitery to say that, but it's true. There's hundreds of jobs out there in recruitment businesses. It's all about choosing the right one, of course, and the right one for you. Because there is a lot of companies out there that are perhaps out there to make the quick buck, as opposed to really sort of, spend their time on developing you. So choose the business like us that will spend the time in helping you define your career path. But defining a career path for somebody a year in, it's not a robotic thing that you can just do the same thing over and over with anyone a year in. Everyone's individual, everyone's different, and the way that you help someone progress in their career is an individual thing. So look at a business that's going to work with you, not work on a structure. It's not like, oh, we've got a sales training course that we'll put you on for 2 weeks. That won't work. It's your work directly with our learning and development director and your manager, like myself, that will work out what the best sales process will be for you, the best business development plan for you, tailored to you, and go for it. Don't hold back. You've got to put everything aside in this current market and have a healthy body, healthy mind, and then that's where it starts, and then you can progress with work. That's my advice.
Josh, mate, honestly, the energy on this is great, and I've taken some really good notes here, to share out with everybody. I think that what we'll do is I'll be putting obviously your contact details on the post that I'll be putting out. It's going to be across obviously all podcasting channels and the video on YouTube as well, which again we'll have links to you, to contact you directly if anyone's got any questions, or they want to work for someone like Josh in this sort of wherever they are at the minute and they're not in the right company, then feel free to reach out to him directly and and have a chat with him. If you've got any questions on the business, feel free to talk to me and I'll throw you over there. It's not a problem at all. Either way, let's try and get this try and get this in the right direction for everybody, I suppose, mate.
Yeah, definitely. No, look, it's been a pleasure. And just as a note to any other candidates that are looking out there, you guys have always done a stellar job for us. And for me, myself, you placed me at my previous business where I learnt a lot. And I'm here now. So for candidates working with you guys, they'll be doing the right thing by doing that.
Amazing, right. Josh. Thank you so much, mate. I'll see you at the next golf day, right?
Yeah, of course.
But I know now about your handicap, mate. I'm going to be putting that down to what? Scratch?
No, well, I hadn't played for 2 years, and I thought I used to play off about 12, 14.
Yeah.
And I said, let's put it around 20.
That's not too bad. I thought it was going to be on 28 or something. Oh,
no, but I think I went around as I was a bit of a bandit on the day, mate.
Yeah, that's all right, Josh. I've seen a lot worse over these guys who are doing the golf, mate. But I'm hoping that we'll be able to do one again soon when everyone's a little bit more relaxed on this whole sort of lockdown thing. It's just been
no worries.
Tough, so I'll keep you updated. But again, thanks very much for your time, mate. And
no worries,
I'll speak to you soon.
All right, Elliot. Thanks a lot, mate. See you later.
See you later.
Bye-bye.